Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. I thought I'd take a very different approach and narrate over the recent job that we did. This is Crusader. She's a pretty old boat, been neglected for quite a number of years. She belongs to my friend Dave, and opportunity finally came around to haul her out. Perfect day for it. No wind, calm seas, willing crew. We're hauling out in Simonstown Marina in South Africa. We've got 18 days to pretty much bring her somewhat back to life. Those of you who have followed on Instagram will see where the completed project looks like. So I'm going to wing a lot of this. I don't really have a script for a voiceover work. That's me pulling up my pants. Dave on the right hand side. The guys are pretty efficient here. They're able to get everything hooked up fairly quickly, stabilizers, and then they'll pull us along up onto the hard. Crusader's been sitting for about 12 years. I think in 2010 she was hauled out. Some steel work was done, pretty poorly as you're about to find out, and we're going to redo all that work. Front view. Guys are stabilizing us and tying us up. We're going to get pulled out any minute now. I'm trying not to fall on my ass. I think the whole process takes about 20 minutes to get us from the mooring to our position in the yard. These guys do this all the time. They're professionals, unlike us. It's a good comfy ride. This part is my favorite part. It's really weird being on the top of a boat on land. So at this point we'll get disconnected and we'll be pulled along by a tractor who reverses us into place. Our home for the next 18 days. Avoid all the other boats, cars, dinghies. If all goes well, minimal damage. Nicely done. And now on to our initial inspections. And It's not great. We have a ton of mollusks, barnacles, you name it. It's been growing on this completely anti-foul free steel bottom. Crabs are falling off, but we'll take care of them. They get thrown back into the water. Yeah, we definitely have our work cut out for us. Wonder where the prop went. That's missing. Right, we need a prop. That's okay, there's no engine either. It really is a project boat. Starboard side looks pretty much like the port side. Mollusks, barnacles, kelp. Pretty bad. Alright, time to get stuck in. Cleaning begins. Nothing short of a shovel is going to do this job. That is an emergency repair you see protruding out on the starboard side. And this is the state of the steel. Once all of this has been sanded down, I'll come along with a thickness meter, draw a grid on the hull and try and identify, so far as is possible, all the thin bits of steel that will need to be removed and ultimately replaced. Starboard side, much like the port side. Man, they're really on there. We're told 10 years since the last haul out. There's definitely still a shaft in there somewhere. Right, I'm having a really good look at the back here, under the transom just above the rudder stock. Not looking great. That's entire chunks of, I guess, anti-foul, tie coat, bits of fairing, rust. I've seen worse. Bonus is, if it all comes off like this, it should make sanding a hell of a lot easier. Spoiler, it didn't. Nice, that used to be an anode once. Yeah, I think the whole hull is an anode at this point. We'll replace all of that. Possibly weld on and add some more. Cleanup is essential. By the time we get under here, the last thing you want to stand on is gooey old barnacles. Rust marks from the tow rail coming down. We'll see if we can deal with some of that as well. 18 days isn't enough to do everything we want, but if we can focus below the waterline and some cosmetic endeavors, it'll give us the motivation we need to keep going on this restore. Some say she can't be rescued. Let's see how well we do. I'm really thankful for the crew helping out today. I don't think we'd be able to do it quite as efficiently or as quickly as they have. Alright, this is the next day. Everything's been scraped down, everything's had, at the very least, 2 quick 80 grit sands, I think some 40 grit in places as well, and yeah, holes. Some have already been cut out, some have already been welded up and patched. Let's have a look around and see how far we got. There's a patch. And here's another. Neatly done. Thanks, Grant. Here's that hole from before where you saw a previous patch done. Far from the last of them. Those round rings that you see everywhere are previous patches that were just sort of glued on and welded around. There's another square patch, not ours, previous owners. We're taking off as much as possible. For those of you who've seen the Argus Green Beast video, Andries has come to help. We're going to try and patch up the rudder, which was really quite bad. This is my grid, 3.3 mils, 2.5 mils in that area. Very little steel left there. This will all get cut out. Don't know if you can hear that. That's Dave needle gunning inside a rather large hole, which I've had to cut away. Have a listen to this. There's just rust. It's quite bad. Later that day we've got a patch in place. Making quick progress. Rudder's looking pretty good too. That'll all get fed later. Primed and fed, obviously. Wish I could say it was the last patch. Many more to come. Just a quick inspection on the inside of the boat. Up in the V-berth, those holes and patches that you saw from before. Very neat welds. It's looking great. This will all get painted as well. Just on this side of the bulkhead, on the port side of the boat, we found a pretty big hole. You can see the sun coming through. That'll have to be cut out. Another patch. Meanwhile, rudder continues. There are huge holes in this rudder. Because we only have 18 days, we opted to continue fixing it, but we've since decided to build a new rudder. You can only patch this one so far as to keep the water out. It is hollow. It's good enough. There's the patch that I had to cut out. Here's the rest of the hole. That's got to come out. That's Dave. In case you're wondering how hard it is to sit in the bilges playing with a needle gun, that's what you look like. Good as in great spirits. Well, we'll keep you up to date on the progress. If you guys enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. Can't wait for part 2. Bye.